In this lecture, we are going to discuss the convolution and convolution theorem. Convolution of two functions. Consider two functions f and g which are piecewise continuous on the interval 0 infinity, closed 0, open infinity. Then the convolution of f and g is denoted by f star g. And is defined by this integral. F star g is equal to integral 0 to t f of tau g of t minus tau d tau. Here tau is an auxiliary variable here. Actually, we have the functions f of t and g of t. So the convolution of f and g is denoted by f star g and is defined by this integral from 0 to t f of tau g of t minus tau d tau. Actually here the variable of integration is tau. So here we have to integrate this with respect to tau, and the tau can be replaced by this 0 and t. So ultimately this will be a function of t. So we can represent f star g as f star g of t. Now we have the convolution of two functions is commutative. That is f star g is equal to g star f. That means we can write this integrals, or we can interchange f and g like here. That is f star g equal to g of g star f implies integral 0 to t f of tau g of t minus tau d tau equal to integral 0 to t f of t minus tau g of tau d tau. We can interchange f and g from this convolution integral. Now we can discuss an example. Evaluate e power t star sin t. That is, we have to find the convolution of the functions e power t and sin t. Here we have f of t equal to e power t. Here f of t equal to e power t and g of t equal to sin t. We have the convolution f star g of t is nothing but integral 0 to t f of tau g of t minus tau d tau. Or we can write this is actually here we have f of t equal to e power t and g of t equal to sin t. That is, this is equal to integral 0 to t f of tau is e power tau into g of t minus tau, that is sin of t minus tau d tau. So here we have to integrate this with respect to tau. We know integral e power ax into sin bx plus c dx is nothing but e power ax divided by a square plus b square into a sin bx plus c minus b cos bx plus c. So applying this, we get here a equal to 1, that is e power 1 into tau, that is a equal to 1, and b equal to minus 1. B equal to minus 1 because this is sin of minus tau plus t. Okay, here we are integrating with respect to tau, so x can be replaced by tau, so b equal to minus 1. So the integral is e power ax divided by a square plus b square, that is e power a is 1, so and t x equal to, that is e power tau divided by a square plus b square, b is minus 1, into a sin bx plus c, a equal to 1, so sin bx plus c is this sin t minus tau minus b equal to minus 1, so this is plus 1 into cos bx plus c, that is cos t minus tau from tau equal to 0 to t. So applying the limit, this is equal to, first we are applying tau equal to t, that is e power t divided by 1 square plus 1 square is 2 into sin t minus t, that is sin 0, plus cos t minus t, that is cos 0. Now minus, when we applying tau equal to 0, that is e power 0 divided by 2 into sin t minus 0, that is sin t, plus cos t minus 0, that is cos t. That is equal to sin 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1, so here we have e power t by 2, and here we have 1 by 2. So taking 1 by 2 outside, we get here 1 into e power t, that is e power t. Now minus sin t minus cos t. This is the required convolution of e power t and sin t. So e power t star sin t is equal to this. Next question, evaluate the Laplace transform of e power t star sin t. E power t star sin t. If we need to find the Laplace transform of this convolution, we already obtained that the convolution of e power t and sin t equal to this. So from this we get L of e power t star sin t is equal to L of this, that is 1 by 2 into L of e power t minus L of sin t minus L of cos t. We know L of e power t is s minus 1 minus L of sin t is 1 by s square plus 1 square minus L of cos t is s by s square plus 1 square. So this is equal to, so taking the LCM as s minus 1 into s square plus 1, we have 1 by 2 is here. So the numerator will be s square plus 1 minus, here we have s square plus 1, so s minus 1 minus, here we have s square plus 1, so s into s minus 1. This is equal to s square, then plus 1, that is 2, then minus s square is here, so minus s square, then plus s divided by 2 into s minus 1 into s square plus 1. So this will be 1 by s minus 1 into s square plus 1. So this will be the required Laplace transform. Now we have an important theorem called convolution theorem. It states that if f of t and g of t are piecewise continuous functions on 0 infinity and of exponential order, then Laplace transform of the convolution of f and g, that is L of f star g, is equal to L of f of t into L of g of t, that is f of s into g of s, where f of s is the Laplace transform of f of t and g of s is the Laplace transform of g of t. That is, if L of f of t equal to f of s and L of g of t equal to g of s, then Laplace transform of the convolution f star g is nothing but the product of this their individual Laplace transforms. So to find the Laplace transform of the convolution, we need only to find the Laplace transform of these two functions individually and just multiplying that. Now the inverse form of the convolution theorem is this. Because we have L of f star g is equal to f of s into g of s, therefore L inverse of f of s into g of s is equal to f star g. So this form can be used to find or inverse Laplace transforms of product of two functions. Now we can discuss an example. Evaluate Laplace transform of this integral 0 to t e power tau sin t minus tau d tau. So to find the Laplace transform of this integral, we know this integral is nothing but the convolution of e power t and sin t. So we have Laplace transform of integral 0 to t e power tau sin t minus tau d tau is equal to, from the previous example we have, this is nothing but Laplace transform of e power t star sin t. Laplace transform of e power t star sin t. So by convolution theorem we have this is equal to Laplace transform of e power t into Laplace transform of sin t. So we know this is by convolution theorem. We know Laplace transform of e power t is 1 by s minus 1 into Laplace transform of sin t is 1 by s square plus 1. So this is equal to 1 by s minus 1 into s square plus 1. So simply we obtain the Laplace transform of this e power t star sin t. But in the previous case, it was this 1 by s minus 1 into s square plus 1. But if we need to find the Laplace transform of e power t star sin t, first we need to find the convolution integral, and applying that convolution integral we have to find the e power t star sin t, and then we obtained the Laplace transform. But it can be simply obtained by using the convolution theorem, because we have the convolution, the Laplace transform of convolution is nothing but the product of their individual Laplace transforms. Now we can discuss another example. Evaluate inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s square plus k square whole square. So here we can use the convolution theorem. We know convolution theorem is if L of f of t equal to f of s and L of g of t equal to g of s, then L of f star g is equal to, or f star g of t is equal to f of s into g of s. Also we have L inverse of this, L inverse of g of s into f of s, or f of s into g of s is equal to f star g of t. So we can use this to find the inverse Laplace transform of this. Here we have the function 1 by s square plus k square whole square. So we can take f of s equal to 1 by s square plus k square, and it is equal to g of s. We can take f of x equal to g of s equal to 1 by s square plus k square. So we have, this is nothing but 1 by s square plus k square whole square, that means f of s into g of s. Therefore f of t equal to g of t is equal to inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s square plus k square. We know this is equal to 1 by k into L inverse of k by s square plus k square. This is nothing but 1 by k into sine kt. So this is equal to g of t and this is equal to f of t. So therefore this, and the L inverse of 1 by s square plus k square, this is we need to find. So this is equal to L inverse of f of s into g of s, where f of s is equal to 1 by s square plus k square and g of s equal to 1 by s square plus k square. So by convolution theorem we have L inverse of f of s into g of s is equal to f star g, or f of t star g of t. So this is equal to, this is by convolution theorem. By convolution theorem. So this is equal to integral 0 to t f of tau g of t minus tau d tau. This is actually uh, the convolution of f and g. So we have f and g, f of t and g of t are 1 by k into sine kt. So we have to replace that. So integral 0 to t f of tau means 1 by k into sine k tau. This is f of t and this is g of t, right? So 1 by k into sine k tau, this is f of t, into g of t minus tau means we have to replace here the t by t minus tau, because here we have g of t equal to this. So g of t minus tau equal to 1 by k into sine of t minus tau d tau. So this is equal to 1 by k square can be taken outside, integral 0 to t sine kt into sine t minus tau d tau. Now we have to, sorry, this is sine k tau into sine t minus tau d tau. Now we have to integrate this. We have sine, here we have sine k tau, sine t minus tau d tau. So we have the formula sine a into sine b is equal to 1 by 2 into cos a minus b minus cos a plus b. So we can use this. So this is equal to 1 by k square into integral 0 to t sine kt. This can be taken as a and this can be taken as b. So 1 by 2 into sine, sorry, cos a minus b is k tau minus t minus tau. Here there's a mistake. G of yeah, sine kt is here. So we have here sine of k into t minus tau. Here also we have k into t minus tau. So here we have k tau minus b. B is k into t minus tau, so k into this. It will be cos of k tau minus k into t minus tau, then minus cos of a plus b. A plus b is k tau plus k of t minus tau into d tau. So this is equal to 1 by 2 k square into integral 0 to t. We are integrating with respect to tau. So this is cos of k tau minus kt plus k tau. So 2k tau minus kt minus cos of k tau minus k tau plus kt. So cos of kt into d tau. So this is equal to, so on integration we get 1 by 2 k square integral of this with respect to tau, that is integral of cos is sin 2 k tau minus kt divided by 2k, because we are integrating with respect to tau, minus the integral of cos kt, that is this we are integrating with respect to tau, so here tau into cos kt, because cos kt is constant with respect to tau, from tau equal to 0 to t. Now applying this limit, we have 1 by 2 k square into, when tau equal to t, we have sin 2 kt minus kt, that is sin kt. Then when tau equal to 0, we have minus sin 0 minus kt, that is minus kt divided by 2k, minus when tau equal to t, we have t, and tau equal to 0, we have t 0, so t minus 0 into cos kt, because cos kt is a constant. So this is equal to 1 by 2 k square into sin kt plus sin kt divided by 2k minus t into cos kt. This is equal to sin kt plus 2 kt. Sin kt is 2 sin kt, so we can divide this. So 1 by 2 k square into 2 sin kt, that is sin kt divided by k minus t into cos kt, that is sin kt minus t cos kt divided by 2k cube. Or we have the if you are taking k as LCM, we have k into t minus 40 into cos kt divided by 2k cube. So this will be the required inverse Laplace transform. So we can use the in convolution theorem to find the Laplace transform as well as the inverse Laplace transform.